Hey gang, this is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and today's lesson is about cold calling in the first 15 to 19 seconds of the call. What I've noticed is that for many years of cold calling is that your first 15 seconds, your first 19 seconds of a call is going to determine if the seller's going to listen to you or if the seller's going to say, man, this person is a telemarketer, this person's a spammer, no thank you. So again, the first 19 to 15 seconds of a conversation is going to be if you get your foot into the door. So it's very, very crucial that you have a way to get that seller's attention in the first 15 to 19 seconds. All right, so what does that mean? That means that you should not start a conversation like, hey, my name is Mike with Mr. Investor. See, because right off the bat, you sound like a telemarketer. You sound like a spammer. You sound like somebody that I want to say, no, stop fucking calling me. And hang up the phone. You don't want to be like that. Okay? What I like to do is what I teach my students and my call center people is two things. Number one, let's just say three things. Let me add you the third secret. I didn't want to tell you, but I'll have to go ahead and tell you. Number one, when you talk to a seller right off the bat, you want to let them ask them questions. If I'm cold calling, I'm going to say, the guy picks up the phone, he says, hello? I say, hey, this is Mike. I'm interested in your house. I saw it online. Is it still for sale? See, right off the bat, I let them know why I'm calling. I'm really very interested in it. And is it still for sale? Because I'm now getting the seller to talk to me. The second thing is you want to have something private that you disclose to the seller. For example, in my moving company, Dr. Move, when I have my salespeople call the leads, or cold call, if it's the leads, I always have them say, hey, I'm calling you regarding your move on April the 24th from this address to that address. And the reason I have them ask a private question or tell them something private is because it makes the seller or the customer say, what? Start listening to you, because they're thinking, how the hell does this person know this information? Okay, so the tip number two is try to find something private that not everybody's going to know. Maybe their address if you're an investor. Maybe their moving date if you're in the moving business. Something that not everybody knows. If you can, not always you can, but if you can, it's good to bring that up because it makes the customer or your seller, your buyer, whoever on the other phone get curious, like, what the hell is this that knows this information about me? It could be like their last name, okay? And number three, which is the most important part, is that you gotta have a hook, is what I call a hook. And your hook is divided into two parts. Part number one is, what is the benefit for the seller, okay, in your hook? And part number two is, how are you going to solve their problem with your benefit, okay? So let me give you an example. In my real estate company, Plug In Realty, when I train my call people to do cold calling, let's say the expireds, one of the hooks that we have is that we say, hey, I guarantee to sell your home in 29 days for top dollars, or I'll work for free. See, that hook is very short. It tells the seller exactly what we do, how we're going to solve the problem, and the benefit. If we can't solve their problems, 29 days. Now, we'll work for free. They don't have to pay us $1. So that hook is just so short, but it delivers the whole idea. Because at Plug-in Realty, we have a program that we sell sellers' homes for 29 days. If we can't sell their home in 29 days, my realtors will work for free. The seller doesn't have to pay us $1. And that's how confident we are in our services, because we go the extra fucking mile. So that hook is so powerful. It's so short. So in a nutshell, you have to practice your hook. It has to be a benefit to the seller or to your customer. Okay? And how are you going to solve that problem? And what's going to make you different than any other person? All that 3 things needs to be in that hook. Now, a hook is now like, well, we've been in business for 20 years. That's not a hook. That's me, 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 me. In a hook, there is no me, me, me. You're not talking about, hey, you know, we've been in business for such a long time, or we give you great service. No, it's not about that. A hook is about something that's going to get your customer hooked in like a fish, that's going to draw them in, okay? That wants to listen to you. So if you combine these 3 things I just talked to you about, which is number 1, ask them a question. In that first 15 to 19 seconds, somehow you have to ask them a question. Somehow you got to disclose something private that nobody else knows or very few people know. And you got to then deliver your hook. All right? And many people fail in cold calling because they don't capture the seller's attention in the first 15 to 19 seconds. They're saying shit like, hey, this is Mike with Plug-in Realty. You know, I'd like to list your home. Or they say shit like, hey, this is Mike with Plug-in Realty. You know, I've been in business for so many years. We've been in business this, we do this. The seller doesn't give a rat's ass. The seller only cares about themselves. And so your hook and your question should be things that the seller cares about. Not what the fuck you care about. Not that you want to make money. Not that you're so cool. Not because you've been in business so long. The seller don't give a fuck about that. Your customers don't give a fuck about that. What they give a fuck about is what the fuck you're going to do for them. And if you're only caring about the money and where you're going to make the money, the seller knows that and they're not going to go with you guys. So simply put, pay attention. Your first 15 to 19 seconds is going to allow you to get your customer. And remember, guys, when you're doing cold calling, there's no way in hell you're going to talk to a seller over the phone and then give them a cash offer and get the deal right then and there. I mean, if you're a realtor, there's no way in hell you're going to call a real seller off the expired and get a listing right off the phone the first time you call. Come on, get with the program. You're not selling candy. You're not selling pizza. Okay? These are complex sales. So you got to know that you're not going to make the sale on the fucking first call. You got to know that, for example, when we were trying to do 29-day sold guarantee program for Plug-in Realty, our only mission is to build rapport with the seller and give them stuff. Like, hey, let me give you a free home value report so you know what the price of your home is in today's market. Let me give you, okay? It's not about me. So when you make these calls, you're cold calling, know that you got to give them something, and it's not about you, and you making sales. What can you do for them? And the more you can do for them, the more rapport you can build for them, that's how you get deals. That's how you get cold calling. All right, gang, don't take no for an answer. Everybody and their mama wants to tell you can't do some shit. Even maybe your own mama tells you can't do some shit. That doesn't mean that they don't love you. That just means they live in fear. I mean, me and you live in the best country ever, America. There's people that are dying to come here. They're crossing the border. They're taking oceans. They're swimming over here. Me and you, we're already fucking here. And man, I know you hear on TV you need money to make money. You don't need no fucking money. All you need is burning desire, creativity, hunger. You don't need no fucking bank. You don't need somebody to give you a loan. I hear all the fucking time people tell me, I can't do this, I got no fucking money. I can't do this because I got a full-time job. Well, fuck that. You're watching fucking TV. Turn that shit off. You're going to a football game. Fuck that. Read a fucking book. Go shadow somebody. Work for fucking free. And the problem is, when I used to be broke, I feel like people just should give me something. You do this, you pay me, then I do the service. But the truth of the fact is, if you want to go somewhere, you better give somebody something. Like right now, I'm giving you guys my fucking trade secrets. Make videos for you guys. I'm not expecting nothing from it. Eventually, I'm going to get everything that's owed to me exponentially. Just like Napoleon Hill said. So I know that the seed that I plant today, you don't have to buy my coaching. You don't have to buy shit from me. Somebody else is going to call me. Just like a month ago, somebody from California called me and said, hey, I want you to get in our show to do fix and flips. I turned them down because I don't do fix and flips. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, if you plant these fucking seeds, if you do more than you're fucking paid for, if you're willing to work for fucking free, bigger shit's gonna come. You don't have to worry about begging for money. You don't have to worry about the fucking money. It's just gonna come to you. I don't know how this shit works. It's called law of attraction. But it does work. And I'm not the only one that's saying this. You can go read book after book after book after book after successful people. So the point of the story is, stop fucking bitching, turn that fucking TV off, fuck the football, fuck the Mavericks, fuck whatever the sport team. Because the guys you're watching in the sport, they're out on the fucking field chasing their fucking dream. And what you're doing is sitting on the fucking couch while watching them chase your dreams. And my recommendation to you is, fuck that. Get off the fucking couch and chase your own dreams. You live in the best country ever, America. There's no fucking reason why you gotta be in debt. None. There's no reason why I work for the fucking man. None. There's no reason why you can't go hang out with your kids, soccer, football, because you got fucking work to do. So don't take no for an answer. If you really want it, know you're living in the best country ever, man. There's no fucking excuse. Yes, it will take hard work. Yes, it will take sacrifice. Yes, it will take discipline. Yes, it's going to take creativity. But all these things are fucking free. They don't cost you a fucking dime. So get off your fucking ass if you're hungry and make it happen for yourself, because you live in the best country ever. Me and my family had to immigrate here, didn't speak the language, live on fucking food stamps. So if you could do it, goddamn, I know you can do it. Because you know more people than I know. You speak better English than I do. You write better, you spell better. Man, I could go on and on why you're better than me. But the only difference is, I just don't give up. I'm willing to work the fuck up 7 days a week, sacrifice no matter what. And that's the only difference, man. Hey, I'm not smarter. So go out there and chase your fucking dreams. 2016, you look the best country ever. Peace, man.